Hey, chat! Happy Wednesday. Sheriff and Dorati in the house. Welcome, welcome, guys. Oh, for the record, when I use guys, it's intended to be gender agnostic. Guys or gals, I suppose. Either way. Happy Wednesday. Here for some more Hollow Knight today. Well, because Hollow Knight's awesome, for one. But also, I have to redeem myself a little bit to myself. I don't know. Monday, it felt like one of those days where it was just really hard to find the zone, as we say. That ineffable, hard to define the zone, but we all know what it is. And I don't know. I was all thumbs. Just 10 thumbs, I guess. So anyways, we're going to get back to Pantheon practice. Probably starting with a binding, actually, and ending with a Pantheon 5 attempt. Current thoughts. All right, we'll play by ear a little bit. Also, Sheriff, congratulations on the Path of Pain clear. Very, very awesome. And quite speedy. It's very impressive. It is such a rewarding feeling. At least I found it to be personally very rewarding. I know that some people are less than thrilled with the absence of more substantial reward, but the reward for me was, the growth. Nightmare King Grim. One of my favorite fights. That's a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy it. All right, this is going to be a very dramatic shift. We jumped from pretty upbeat to Zote's rendition of the intro. But that's right, it's Hollow Knight Day. Although I was just starting to think, not that Hollow Knight's going anywhere, but I was just thinking this morning it might be time to start thinking about what the next game is. Might end up putting up a YouTube post for that, so keep your eye out if that's the kind of thing that you'd like to put your input into. Gotten plenty of suggestions. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Sheriff. Yeah, it's always true in everything, but it's very self-evident in the Path of Pain. I feel that the progress happens internal, it's in your brain, the skill that you gain, the learning of the optimal routes and the timings and stuff. It's so much easier to get back to a high watermark after you've passed it, so it's this feeling like you have checkpoints even if you don't. I don't know. I very loved Path of Pain. Very loved? That's not, there's supposed to be another word there. I very much loved. That's bad. Starting off with some Eternal Ordeal, as I am wont to do. Just gonna goof off for a bit. It's I don't know, fun. And it's so rich with opportunities to just, can I do this? I didn't, by the way. It's just, I mean, it's an infinite source of targets, right? Damn. What was I going to accomplish with that? Checking, and that's good to... I don't know if it always works out like that, but that felt like that was the expected result. They were gonna miss me. You know, I miss this so much now. The first 2 times I tried to do that shadow dash, I killed one of these guys with it, and then like now I just do nothing but miss it. Yeah. I would like to recover some masks. I want to find a way to elocute the sensation better of how, as time progresses, as you gain more and more experience, at least for me, in the arbitrary combat. I'm actually going to heal here. Yeah, bad idea. Time just slows down. That's the best way I have to say it. It doesn't actually, of course, but it feels like it does. It has to be in your brain's ability to perceive and break down all of the events that are happening quite quickly. Oh no, this is not good. Sorry, I'm trying to recover, so I stopped my thought process. But as it progresses, as like the time slows down, as it were, more and more, you have more time. It feels like start paying attention to the smaller distances. That's what some of the fun I was having, at least at the start of that bout, was I was playing with like seeing how kind of close I could land to some of them and whatnot. It's like you have the time for that. You have the mental space for it, but later in your journey, right? When you start any game, I never feel like I have that space. Yeah, so Gerardi's talking about the fact that you can't replay the Path of Pain after you've successfully completed, and I can totally feel likewise. I immediately looked to see if I could get back in and discovered I couldn't. I was like, I have to do a whole new save file? Like, I almost, in the same way I, use the Pantheons and God Home in general, like, for training purposes. Like, I wish, like, the path exists so you could rerun it, Challenge yourself to do it faster. Almost. How is he always going to deflect my spells when he enters? It feels so weird. That was facing left. This music feels a little loud. Oh, let me tweak that down. See how that feels. Well, if you guys firmly disagree, let me know. Could be something got bumped on my end, so I'm balancing incorrectly. slow. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be slow. Nope. I had to get out of dodge because he was about to spit, but it wasn't really a good place to go. Didn't feel. Probably left was a better decision. Screw you too. Uncooperative. This one. Mask. Big wave incoming. Damn it. Nope. This is why we warm up. This is why we warm up. Although it actually feels really good that like the attempts that I feel are bad attempts are substantial runs, right? Like so much more so than they once were. Remember the days when like 15 to 20 was our kill count? Well, I actually don't know how high we were in that one. To be fair, maybe it was what we were. Two for one. Let's go. Cyclone. Arg. Punt it. Want to drift in between. Plenty of time. Nice. Sweet dodge, dude. Look, I jumped over. Nope. There was time there, I just failed the dexterity. I think I wanted to like land on him to get a poke in. Nope, that's a bad idea. I love that. I deliberately kind of just, all I wanted to do was knock him out of my way. He's going to land on me, right? I just need to bump a little bit. A line that would have completely been missed a month ago. Less. Oops. Unfortunate. Another one, huh? I was hoping he was going to, like, not. Oh, we're losing it, chat. We're losing it. Go away. Give me masks. Very rude. Okay, why is that one still alive? Go ahead, blow up. Thank you. Let's go under that projectile. Hell yes! Thank you for the assist. Slow on the dash. Can I heal here actually? No. There's a gamble that I lost. That little bug could have easily... He's like... He feels pretty random. I feel like there's like a just even odds that he would have gone right instead of backwards. I really wanted some masks. The world record Eternal Ordeal is worth a look someday. I'll have to actually make a point to check that out after I'm like so close. Like it'll be one of these days, pretty soon, next couple weeks, where I pull the trigger and just start binging other people's Hollow Knight content. Because I've avoided it. What? I thought I had popped off the wall. It's gonna be facing the other, anyways. I don't know. There's not much I feel left, but there definitely I know is some left to be avoided for spoilers perspective, which I'm glad for. You guys have been great, pretty much for the most part, and not spoiling the content. But probably if I'm deliberate about like the things that I'm looking for a little bit. I don't imagine. Well, okay, the final boss. I've heard the name Absolute Radiance. I'm presuming. I mean, I was always presuming there's going to be a separate version of the Radiance. So like that's not really a spoiler, but like I don't want to know anything more than that ideally. So that'll probably be a video topic I need to be careful of. I don't know, I'd kind of like to see other people's charm combo ideas and stuff, you know? See other people's technique. Get idea from it. Just slow. Wrong direction. I'm flying here. Damn it, I jumped too far. Oh boy! I do enjoy when the suicide guys actually act as shields, like this guy's about to do. Almost. I mean, he did a little. How do I stop them from doing that? I need them to stop landing on my head. It's really inconvenient. Like how... I mean, it might not be possible. How do I, like, deliberately strike them in a way that they don't land on my head? I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. Pretty sure that was luck. Arr. Enjoy my descending dark. Holy shit, chat. That was awesome. Oh, I got intense really fast. That fight, though, in the last one had some pretty sick moments in there. There might be some short material in that. Absolutely. Love to check out your content, Durati. And Sheriff will Macbeth later. I know. Methinks maybe you were having to do some English homework recently, though. Your autocorrect has a preference. No. I mean, there's no real point in striking them upwards if it's the last hit, right? But... style points? Have they ever given me a fatty first? Not that I can remember. Almost. Top up. You know, it'd be dope if you could, like, cancel heal by dash. Maybe that'd be overpowered. Arr, no. Alright, let's recover if we can. No, I shouldn't have jumped there. What was I doing? More shockwaves. Okay. Can I just get a sec here? I'd love to take a mask. Better. What were the chances? They just went all the way to the edge. I almost died to missing the pogo. Was the sentence. Anybody else in the... I'm not showing any dropped frames or network issues on my end, unfortunately, Sheriff. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not a problem with Twitch. Looks like my creator dashboard, which gets from Twitch, is doing all right. So it might be in your local. Might need to reset the router. Give it a good power cycle. Because despite how far we've advanced as a society, somehow that's still just the best solution to a lot of problems still. 3 for 1, let's go. Ooh, didn't mean to jump that high. Sorry, Tilly's distracting. Okay. She zips around sometimes. She's behind me now. Just see like this flash of black out of the corner of my eye. Missed him again. Setting. This one. Damn. Yeah, let's go. That's fun. Almost. Alright, I'm warming up chat. We'll go do a Pantheon after this. Nope, bad. Shit. My thumb slipped. Can I? So fast. Oh, damn. The small shockwave covered for the big one. It almost worked. Almost. But horseshoes and hand grenades for almost, right? Okay. We're doing Pantheon 4 bindings. Let's refresh ourselves in the vessel. We're starting off today with the Pantheon 4 binding. One of them. I don't know which yet. So either way, he's going to be our challenge, our hurdle. You're getting better. I mean, we've been continuously getting better. Shit. That was not extendable, obviously. He's starting to become intuitive, though, which is big. Nope. Do I have to get lucky for that to work out where I was healing? No. Erg. It's so... I'm not sure if it comes through on the camera. Like, that was actually an amazing performance. I'm so happy with that. And it would be very hard for me to explain why. It's not that it wasn't a victory. I was pushing the envelope pretty hard there in a couple of spaces and got punished for it repeatedly, but like next time I might not get punished. And repeatedly, eventually I will not get punished because that's how it works. That's how the learning process works. overextending there. That was just an error in judgment. Run it back a couple more times, though. We're not going to be here long, I don't think. Although, you know, I have still not yet put it any time off camera into the game, into practicing it. That's probably going to change very soon. Same with like, the whole, like... I don't know if it was actually valuable for you guys in the end to have been able to watch the whole journey. If anything, it seems to have confused more people than it helped. So far, at least. That's... Arg! Talking's hard. But, I at least followed through with it. And... until now. That wasn't the conclusion that I got distracted. Sorry. It's something that I'm going to reflect on. Whether or not it was worth it. And I might actually like find a way of like trying to poll the community for what their feels were, right? Like there's a lot of initial pushback that came from people, I think, misinterpreting the context of the content. I didn't get like a whole lot of positive feedback from people that found it rewarding to have watched the struggle process. I mean, I deliberately wanted to show the struggle process as part of the content. It was like the idea behind it. But, I don't know. Either way, it's like that's partly like there's two parts to this thought. One part is like, what do I do with future games and future contents? Right? Like, do I also commit to the everything is on camera style of play? And the other thing is, well, separately, getting this last like 5% edge is probably going to require some hours that I'm just going to feel more comfortable grinding off camera. So it's like it's kind of like that first 80% of progression, you know, happens in the first 20% of your play. And so maybe it's better if I just keep the front half of the content to just like a pure capturing the entire journey. I don't know. I'm not doing great with my thoughts right now. But thank you, Sheriff, for the feedback. I mean, I'm on the whole thoroughly pleased with my performance. Damn, I thought I'd be charged. Just like in the game. And I think I do think there's a contingent of the populace, not the specifically Hollow Knight populace, but like just the gaming populace in general. They're kind of like unaware how exceptional they actually are at games. Being born with controllers in their hands, they take for granted a little bit. Damn it. I think I can't do two. For the air quotes normie populace, I would expect my progress to be above average. But that's just because I'm also like I've never really achieved that no lifer status in gaming, but like I'm a lot closer than most of the populace, right? Like it's kind of to be expected that I was going to learn this title faster than other people might. Damn. Going back to that first attempt that I was describing, part of the reason why it's like rewarding, despite the fact that I wanted to dash there actually. I had gotten thoroughly wrecked, as it were. It's in like a lot of the little maneuvers that I have the new confidence to execute. Damn it. And like what I want to do in my head actually happens, kind of thing, right? Like that's this tier of the progress that we've gotten to where it's not just that I can envision it and execute it successfully some portion of the time. And I guess the ratio of how much I was succeeding at like the vision in the fight, that's what was buoying my confidence on that first one. It's a lot easier for me to feel positive about it probably. It's because like you guys don't know how much of what comes through is like by design, I suppose, right? Like the plan has to happen too fast. It's all in my head. I can't communicate it, right? So the only person that really gets to be satisfied when things go to plan is me. Arg. I was on my stick there, and I shouldn't be. I decided a while ago that it's dangerous to try to cyclone stick in that spot. I like to use the D-pad. That'd be fine. Close. I was like a couple pixels away. And I thought I was... Okay. Okay. Well, and what I'll probably do... I think most people expect streamers to spend time... Well, I think most streamers do. I think it's the average, right? The norm is people spend a lot of their time or some portion of time off camera gaming, right? Trying to capture all of it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't as big a gimmick as I thought it was. Not that I thought it was unique by any stretch. But yeah, I probably keep the camera rolling, as it were, even though it will be broadcast. So I can maybe still capture any really fun moments that happen, make them into a short. Okay, I can't extend that all the way. Damn. What am I doing? I actually could have taken a mask there, though. It's interesting. When you heard me say, what are you doing? That's me chastising myself for trying to recover in that spot. And then afterwards, immediately reflecting, I actually could have taken a mask in that spot. Like the subconscious part of the brain said, this is a fine place to recover. But I wasn't ready to listen to it, I guess. That was cool. Damn it. I don't think it was up anyways. Alright, let's just start over. So one of those, I probably do this a lot now that I'm thinking about it. I delayed the dash trying to buy time for Sharp Shadow to come back. And then pull the trigger just kind of like because I was about to take the hit. I don't know if it actually came through with any of the animation frames for the dash, but I think there's just a lot of time that I spend now holding my breath for Sharp Shadow. I hadn't tried that before. I think it might have worked. I was going to ED there, but I was way too slow about it. Overcorrected. No. Should have gone over. Oh, I do love this fight, though. It's actually so much fun. I almost want, like, an infinite mode of this. Give me an internal ordeal, but, like, you know, so no health bars. Let's just go forever. But you can keep scoring the corners, right? How many times I get hit, how many times he gets hit. It's totally out of the spirit of this game, obviously. Nope. Nope, I need to go up. Damn. Timed it badly. You don't have to hold your dash while waiting for show. Yeah, yes, yes. Thank God for that. And what Durati means, Jeffrey may had a tough time. You can continuously dash, and Jade Cloak will still eventually come off cooldown. They could have rigged it the other way, as you had to, like, actually wait, you know? Like, if you kept dashing repeatedly, it wouldn't come back until you stopped dashing. Thank God they didn't do it that way for me. Damn, I wanted to walk that instead of dashing it, and I could have. I just slow to start. Oh. No, that was supposed to be a DD. Nope. Damn, again. I do get a little frustrated with myself for... I don't know. Void Tendrils just catches me so many times. Feels like it's so much more than it should. Nope. That was fortunate, actually. That was not. Getting there. actually want to cyclone that. You almost got me. Did I have more? Did I have 3 masks? I feel like I had 2 masks. I feel like that circle almost what took me out. Sorry, Serge, I thought I saw Sophia out of the corner of my eye. But apparently not. I saw in the middle of that fight, which is like actually giving me a couple gaffes. Because I was preparing for her to try to like climb her way into my lap during the middle of it. But nope. Sometimes the reflection of the light on my, I have a glass desk. Sometimes it catches my eye in the same way. Progress, progress, progress. Let's run back one more and then I'll grab some coffee. I was buying time for the... I should just... How to identify better? I need to find a way to identify when I need to get out of dodge sooner. That's unfortunate. This isn't the last one, though. Maybe he's faster about that. Damn it. I mean, it wasn't the right spell anyways, so it doesn't matter. Let's do it again. No, that's not it. I think there are times where I actually delay executing a spell because I think it's like bound to a cooldown and that it's not. Like it's part, like I'm trying to hit a cadence that I don't need to hit sometimes, if that makes sense. Really? Unfortunate. All right, let's get that coffee. When you use Shade Dash, prepare mentally to go over... Yes. I'm sorry, I know what you mean. For him, it frequently works out that way. There are actually times where you can go through repeated attacks back to back. There's, I think, enough of a staggering... It feels like I definitely have some sequences on footage, I feel, where I go through 3 of the attacks back to back, but it is more like in the general case, if you just plan to alternate, it's probably safest. The reason I'm hesitant to I don't want to do that. Like a petulant child, I don't want to. Is because like I feel like it's a crutch. Because because like that's true for this fight, right? But it's not true for the abstract case, and so the thing that I'm trying to force myself to do is actually to nail the timing down. And I'm starting to get really good at it. It's not 100%. It's in this fight here specifically where it really shows, because it is so tight, right? Like it's just like shining a damn magnifying glass on it. But in like the Eternal Ordeal, for example, right, at this point, I generally have gotten the time pretty. I probably mostly give myself too much padding, right? So if anything, what I'm working on is trying to, I don't know, I'm just trying to narrow the window. But it's a subconscious process. Like I'm training much the way you would train like a physical skill, like snapping, right? You learn how to snap by repeatedly, like you suck at it at first until, I don't know how this comes in the microphone, I don't want to do it too much. But like, when you're trying to figure out how to snap, you're like, what do you do? You're just rubbing your fingers, and eventually you start, it's like the 50th, 100th, whatever it is time that you're like, okay, now you can actually get a good snap in there, right? And so that's kind of the gist, the intuition behind like why I haven't gone to your model Dorati of just alternate. If you went through one, your next goal is like you have to have a scripted response. You're either going to go over or D-Dark, right? Like I am very hesitant. I'm reluctant to script any part of my gameplay in that way. Kind of like that. It's not that I don't or won't. It's like I kick and scream, I guess, until like I decide it's the best way. Like I can't do otherwise. Because I firmly believe that a lot of like the other skill that you see me do, like there are other attributes to like the gameplay which I have gotten good by applying the same process to, which other people, have had similar solutions to for other bosses. Like, for this boss, just do this X during his slam and it's easy. And for this boss, it's like that. I don't want to learn how to like beat a boss. I want to learn how to fight, kind of thing, So like that's I always approach it from more that macro lens, which is just where I am. That's not making a statement, good or bad. But I do need to get. I do hate it when I do end up dashing into his, because there's a lot of times where I feel like I am waiting. Like I know it's close. It's going to be a close call, but I end up waiting because I think I want to be able to get the sharp shadow back in time, and I don't. It causes a substantial number of lost masks, right? So that is worthy of analysis. Because the important thing, right, in all things is to be self-reflective. Just because it's the way I have done it doesn't mean it's the way it should be done. I wouldn't want to rely, say, on Shade Dash. But I do not want to avoid it because it's difficult. So much in one space, you know what I mean? Like Shade Dash is a good tool. I actually am quite fond of it, especially with Sharp Shadow. Right? It's very strong. I don't like the idea of it being my only solution to any specific scenario, but that goes exactly to the same point before, right? Like if I'm always shade dashing through, right, then I have also scripted it in the other way, right? I've literally made the script that I always respond to this by dashing through, and I don't think you see that in my gameplay. I mean, if you've been watching, I think you've seen plenty of examples where I go over or through, or, you know, and it's just about, I'm trying to decide in the moment, like at that millisecond, what is best now, which is why I'm reluctant to the approach of, well, let's just alternate, you know, because that's not the thing that I am trying to do, which is trying to go over when it's relevant or through when it's relevant, because the through is good damage, actually. It's really good damage. And it's a fairly safe maneuver for a lot of the spaces. Anyhow, I'm gonna go grab that coffee. Of course you did. My damn thing. Hold on. This is. Nope, it's dead. It sat there unused for an hour, and you go to use a stream deck, and all of a sudden it disconnects. Isn't that the way of technology? Come on. Oh. Elgato, if anybody from your company is listening or ever hears this, like, I love your products in concept. I love the design of them. I love the, like, in general, they feel well manufactured. I haven't much complaint about any of that stuff. The cost was actually quite reasonable. Your software's pretty shit. Can you fix it? Please? Thanks. To be fair, I've been postponing this update for the software for a couple weeks now, because I'm expecting it to probably give me problems. So, but maybe that's this update that's fixing everything that's wrong with it, and I've just been putting it off. Probably not, but there we go. We did it. We did it. I think I get the feeling you got me, Dreddy. Like, you understand where I'm coming from on it. It's going to be an interesting process, actually, because I can describe to you what I do, or, you know, like, I have a. I'm curious how much of what is normal for me is just normal for everyone, and how much of it is quirky, and that I want to learn the hard way that, like, no, nobody else does it that way. But at the same time, that was kind of the idea of the process, was just to also show perspective. The content was intended to provide perspective. Yes, Sheriff, I do edit my own videos. If anything, that is the more substantial. A little bit of soapboxing, all right, for a moment, guys. Like, I've got plenty of, I presume, preteens trying to flex in the comments about how great they are, and some claiming they wanted to erase me, or I don't understand. All of y'all, or not all y'all, half y'all seem to have missed the fact that, like, I'm also editing content and learning to edit the content, right? Like, I didn't know how to use Premiere Pro before I started this. Like, the content, the edits are getting better as I get better, and but, like, a lot of my time, in fact, most of my time, goes into learning how to edit and make the content, not how to play the game better than whatever. Yes, I do edit my own stuff. It's been very rewarding to learn how to, but it's been very challenging. And it is fairly time-consuming process. If anybody does want to know, like, if they're interested in making their own videos per se, or just learning more about the process, I would encourage you to join up Discord. I'm happy to answer anybody's questions. If I won't teach you how to Premiere Pro, but, like, if you have questions, I'm happy to help anybody who wants to understand how to use the software or learn how to make edits, make shorts better, stuff like that. Anyhow, I said I was getting coffee. Like, I'm gonna do that. Give you 5 minutes, chat. Okay, be right back. How long has it been dropping this mainframe store? I'm not sure if you guys can even. Yeah, you guys aren't getting this yet. Might need to restart stream, FYI. For anybody that sees or hears this, I don't understand what the hell's happened here. And we zeroed out. Yeah, shit. Are we live? I don't think this is not on the playlist, but this is interesting. Looks like we're back. Fortunately, we have a second VOD, so that sucks. Means I have to. We'll see. If it's just 2 VODs and it's an hour and then 2 hours in length, I'll probably upload them separately to YouTube. If not, I'll have to upload it from my local. For context, sorry, chat. Most of the time, Twitch sends the video to YouTube on my behalf. I export from Twitch directly to YouTube which is good because these files are big. And I don't have to spend actually 12, 20 hours uploading it in its original quality. But if we get too many breaks, I feel bad about. I don't like having like 15, you know? So I suck it up. Anyhow, yes, absolutely, Sheriff. I mean, if you're ever having editing questions, I'm happy to help answer them. I'm curious, I guess, to always keep a pulse on how many of y'all would be interested in watching like an edit stream, I suppose. I'm hesitant to do it. I've had the thought, but like actually just doing some editing on stream sometimes, it would be like in addition, it'd be like a bonus content type of thing, right? I'm gonna do it instead of gaming. If enough people really wanted to see the process, maybe I would. It would feel too awkward to do just like a run-of-the-mill thing, so I'd have to like put some thought into like having some footage ready-ish or in a state that's ready to demonstrate what I want to demonstrate, I suppose. But I wouldn't be strictly opposed to it. The software is very intimidating when you first encounter it. I will say that. At least I found it so. Let's change. It's just like there's so many like graphs and bars, and it's not clear. Like, and for some reason, there's multiple videos usually arranged in the default layout, and it's not clear which is which. And I get it. Unfortunately, there's no substitute for just like actually taking the time and like poking at it and walking through like the how-to tutorials are built into the software and stuff like that for that. But some of the higher end type of techniques on what I've done, what I've learned on how to make shorts the way I make them, be happy to share. Anyhow, but that's not today's video. Today's video, I have spent like, God, how long? A half hour gabbing? Let's get back to some gaming. Network seems stable now. I guess it just had I don't know, the server, whatever server we were connected to had to fit, and now it kicked us to a new server, and that server's fine. That's what happened. All right, let's run back Pure Vessel once or twice more. I may want to grind him off camera at some point. I don't think it would have mattered, but it was supposed to be a pogo. Damn it, I was slow on the dash. Damn it. Now I'm just punting. It's like a lack of confidence. I'm trying to describe like there's enough the effect, at least one I'm very familiar with, where it's like the first stumble begets more stumbles. Like sometimes it's a bit like the rhythm's been broken, but it's also like a little bit like confidence been broken in a very subtle way. Does that make sense, chat? Close enough. And so you just don't execute as well anymore. Slow. He's done that repeatedly. That's not the first time he's done that. Teleported on top of me when I was healing. Because I was trying to remember if it was always I was standing in the center of the arena every time. Maybe I just can't heal in the center of the arena. Do you see though, Dorati? We went over on that one. Damn it. I was trying to. Slow. That last hit, that third hit was greedy. No. I'm gonna die. Yes. Well, sort of. Now. I needed not to miss that pogo. Oh. Isn't that a bitch? When you miss your pogo and then the gravity dooms you to death, essentially. Yeah. Sheriff, it's a bit like that too, right? Like, it's a lot of things playing together, it feels like. It's a lack of confidence. For me, it's anxiety. It's overthinking. You're spending time thinking about the thing that just happened and no longer thinking about focusing on what's yet to happen. I need a word for it. Like, I need a name for the phenomenon. Probably already has one. I totally misjudged his placement, by the way. I thought he was like just a little bit for like, yeah. I don't know, I thought he was aligned differently. How much of my, because I was using my peripheral. I wonder how much gaming happens actually in the peripheral. I think a lot of it does. I feel like I don't even stare at my character when I, like, fight Elder Who. See? Back to back there. Damn it. No. Yeah, let's go. That was a clean finish. Yeah, we need to find a name for it, Gerardi. There needs to that stumble. Maybe we have to make up a name for it as a community. Y'all think on it, and once I'm sure once we hear the right name, it's gonna, yeah, that was the right name. We're gonna know. But if we have a way of describing that, I mean, if it weren't for the fact that that's already being used now, I'd say Crash Out would be a fantastic. Oh Jesus! It's like you're crashing out, but I don't think people will see the similarity necessarily. Oh, boom, boom. Damn it, I did the thing again. Where I rushed it. At least I was patient. At least I didn't rush it. I took too much time, but I was trying to close that. I was trying to do what I should have done the time before. But I didn't have the space. Let me word better. Void Tendrils, I actually really like being able to solve when the opportunity provides itself by either walking to him and dashing through, or just getting above him and trying to go over. Ideally, we just want to get above/behind him, right? You start putting some damage on him while he's doing his DPS and stuff. The first one of those two attacks, I panicked and dashed basically into his model. I had the time to actually take the couple of steps forward and dash, but I panicked. And the second time, I was like, all right, we've learned. I'm going to walk up, but I knew I didn't have the distance right. I knew I was still short, and so I kept walking until I just got punched in the face. What I needed to do on that one was recognize immediately that I couldn't get there and just get the hell up. Why don't I try Ascended? It's not the practice that I'm trying to flex right now. I don't know what the difference is between Ascended. I presume there will be something more than just more damage. Either way, we're about to go into Pantheon 4, where what we're going to fight is this guy. Shit. It's like, let's say the Ascended version has like a 0.1 second faster attack speed or something like that. That will totally wreck my shit when I go to fight Pantheon 4 version. Or it'll make it harder. So it's like, it's not that we're not going to, it's like we're not doing it now type of thing, right? That's later content. Kind of surprised that circle didn't hit me. There we go. All right. Speaking of, let's go to run Pantheon 4 now. Yeah, I was wondering if what they could do with they can't change him too much, right? In any case, that would mean that it's the only effect would be I'd get less time to practice, sort of, right? If what we're doing is amping up his damage, then it's the practicing the same, but I just get fewer opportunities. I just get more load sequences, basically, right? Because it's an infinite fight, I can stand there forever, and I can just keep pressing the replay button. There's no cost associated with it, so it's just like, how much time am I spending in the loading screen while I derp around? What binding? I do like the idea of getting charm binding out of the way first. It is. I think this is the hardest. I think the charm binding is the hardest. I mean, I'll take input. If you guys want to see something in particular, I'm not necessarily opposed to any of these 4. Obviously, there's only 4, so you know. I kind of love. I mean, it's nice to get charms out of the way, kind of, right? Like, I'm the type of individual that wants to just get it over with, sort of. Like, I don't know, always as a kid when we went to the doctor's office or whatever, like, I want the injection at the start. It's like, can we just, the injection is the part that I'm like dreading this entire time. Can we just like get that done with, please? Like, that's like the type of me. But yeah, I do agree. I think charm binding is the toughest. Which, of course, means that literally all that practice I just did isn't for nothing, but, like, I don't have Sharp Shadow then. Maybe that's over. Maybe we should... I just spent a lot of time practicing with a lot of skills that are going to be nerfed if I take charge. Let's do Soul first, I guess. Soul, I think... Okay, actually, Shell... God. Okay, Shell, this is the first time. This one's actually really punishing. Four hits was fine. Shell means you basically get one mistake against Pure Vessel in between recovery bouts. Right? Like, here she is. Yes, hello. I was expecting you. Are you on camera? A little bit. Your little nose pokes onto camera. Say hi to chat. Sheriff, we have, and we will again. I actually have done. We cleared Pantheon 1. I think we did Soul and Shell together. Because I had just finished Charmless, I think, on that. Or no, I had finished Nail. I did Nail third, and it felt too easy to just do Soulless. So I wanted to amp up the difficulty. But we will be doing that again, for the record. This is the type of channel where I do like to challenge myself. Have a lot of fun with it. Bye. He's running away from me. Damn. That was lucky. I misjudged my distance. If he didn't die there, I was going to take a hit. Yeah, you're right. We should probably do some Charmless practice in the Hall of Gods. Shit. I couldn't find a way to stop short of all the way down after I realized that I was going to hit that ghost. We didn't take the hit, at least. That one we did. Sure. Alright, let's take our time. This is actually a recovery window. I mean, it's still gonna help our like speed, but it's fine. We're not actually speed running yet. Damn. Kind of thought that was gonna finish her off. Bad math. Come on! I thought I was going to make that jump. That jump. I thought my dash was lined up with the platform. That was a close time. Sharp Shadow. Missed him. Sophia, now's not the best time to... Are you staying or going? You can't be indecisive right now. Are you staying or going? Cats. I love them. I do. They're sometimes... fussy. I didn't wait long enough. Okay, let's remember that he does the big wave. Okay, she just had to leave. Unlucky. I should be charging the nail right there. Gamble. Hell yeah. Gamble, eh? Well, there's not much gamble here. I'm good. Yep, I had to get out of dodge. Get a bath, right? Yes. I have two cats. Sophia and Tilly are their names. Both girls. Sophia is getting close to being 18, and Tilly's still a baby. Tilly's like not quite 2 still. Right. I'm so used to the false knight. I've not fought this one very often in a while. My timing on him's off. That was slow. There's no point in doing it again. I just realized. Damn. What? Why you no jump? Okay. I'm still not doing it. Just doesn't feel right. I don't know why. Oh yes, I forgot you were in 4, weren't you? That was a bad idea. Shit. Okay. Give me a second to heal, will ya? Oh, I thought it was fine.
Mine.
I was kind of hoping to get another mask out of that, so that's unfortunate, actually. Backwards roll? Really? Can I heal? Yes? No. I mean, yes. It didn't change the answer to the question. I just upset about the outcome. God damn it. Okay, that's bad. Can't believe I'm getting wrecked by Watcher Knights. No! I want this mask actually still. And he's no spells. Oh my god! Damn it! No! It wasn't up. I got scared. No, I need more soul. Well, shit. I don't know what I was doing. Also remembered, I haven't practiced Tyrant in a while. Yeah. Like, that's such a harder technique to pull off there. Let's go do Tyrant once or twice. It's been so long since I've poked at him. Like, granted, I was going with 1 or 2 masks, I guess, so it was not the best opportunity. But... I mean, at least I didn't die to Watcher Knights, right, chat? There's that. Yeah, I can't hit him there. Holy shit. That's dangerous as fuck, though, isn't it? Ho ho! There's something there. Wonder. Nope. There's something there. That's slow. Supposed to be a jump in there. Damn. All right. We need to do that again. Well, there's definitely something. Well, there's some form of shenanigans possible during that dice phase still. Not sure what yet, but there's something there. I feel like I could push more damage in that phase than I am. The intuition is cooking. Okay, so that's really problematic, though. Not fast enough. That was lucky. I don't know why he chose not to smack me in the head. I was dead to rights there. Hell yes! That's what I've been trying to do. Damn. Damn. Just die. I think Soul Tyrant would be like terrifying to do hitless. I mean, not that I'm never going to try. That's not looking forward. Not looking forward to. What was I doing? Dash was on cooldown. Almost. Right. have to be in front of him, though. That was supposed to be a slash. Once you're above him, it's like so tempting to try to stay there. If you stun the tyrant at the same instant as the rotating orbs pop out, they persist. I've not encountered that bug yet. I'm curious. That'll be interesting. Do they like keep, damn it, circling in the arena, or do they stay in the corner? I'm curious now. That was. All right, let's focus up. Is it just if you don't do damage to him, he keeps doing that? He was going back and forth a while. It wasn't going to work out well. I was going to try to pull a Cyclone off on the backside. Damn it. Damn. Just. Oh, I'm out of soul. I was trying to streak him. I didn't realize I didn't have more soul left. For the rest phase, they circle him and they stack it with other sets. Oh, that's kind of brutal, actually. All right, Tyrant's fine if I don't do stupid shit, especially. All right, let's give the binding. Crap. What time is it actually? I don't know anymore because the duration clock's wrong. 11:30 almost. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's run back another Soulbound. P4. Run back another one is, and then before we get more coffee or anything like that. Damn. That's unfortunate. Try to get the pogo off in time. Oh my god. Oh, I thought he was dashing. Shit. Okay, let's just fucking start over. Ow. All thumbs. Usually supposed to scream somewhere in there. Fine. Kind of felt like I evaded that one. Oh my god, why? Okay. I don't understand why I'm... It's my swing distance. My swing distance. I keep fucking up my swing distance. Just start me over. I keep swinging late. Like I'm lazy or some shit. I don't understand what the hell. I keep colliding with enemies because I'm pushing the button too slow. We gotta lock in, chat. We gotta lock in. Skipped a hit there. Like... Time toward, I guess. No. It's bad. Yeah. I'm pleased that I avoided... There's like 3 attempts there to take the one mask. And I successfully canceled without taking damage the first 2 times. But he just does not want to give me a moment. Like, he's just busting my balls right now. Alright, I don't know. I need more coffee, I guess. Trying to decide how... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was deciding whether I want to do it deliberately or not. I don't know that I need more coffee. What I need is like a couple minutes just to shake that off. And I'm gonna get coffee while I'm doing that. I have to find a way to explain it better. It feels like my fingers are lazy. I know that doesn't make sense. It's like something about like the line and the execution for like the actual dexterity, the pushing the buttons. It feels like I'm pushing the buttons slow. And obviously, no excuse. There is no excuse. Like, let's just push them faster. I just don't know. How does one find the zone? How does one identify when one is in the zone? Yeah, Gerardi knows what I mean. Anyways, I'm gonna grab some coffee, check it out for a minute. We're gonna come back. Okay? We're gonna give it another go. Just give me a couple minutes. Thanks, chat. All right. Well, at least we didn't drop the connection. Well, it's gone this time, so that's nice. Let's caffeinate up and lock in. I was thinking during the break, though, it might actually be the inverse, potentially. That this is the normal, and it's like... Is that I'm... Maybe that last session wasn't me falling behind par, but just not being in the zone, right? I'm so accustomed to being in the zone so much of the time now. Because like as we get better at the game, we stay more and more in the zone, as it were, right? It's an ambiguous term, but most of us intuitively understand what I'm meaning. And it's just a regression back to not zoning. Gotta figure out how to zone more. I don't know. That's fire. That's fair. Sorry, that's fair, Gerardi. I very much am guilty of the same thing. And I think a lot of gamers probably empathize with that. The feeling of precision, right? Like you want to dodge that sword slash by just stepping back the minimal amount, right? Like you want just to like have it give you a shave for cool factor, where you could have just jumped like a mile away and been totally clean. I am guilty of that. I know. I am keenly aware of it. But there is some value to it for me. Because winning is actually not even that important to what I'm doing right now, right? What we're doing more than anything is making content. So, coolness factor actually has relevant value. To an extent. I lose all coolness factor if I keep getting smashed in the face, though. Alright. That's not the right scene. That's it. Let's get us back some game sounds. Again, with feeling. There's still some definite... Zerai, actually, since you're here, maybe you know, do you have any, like... What's the go-to source? That was so lazy. Shouldn't have extended that. Okay, just start me over, man. I'm upset. Come on. Come on, Uggs. Detailed information. Like, I'm, maybe it's just the wiki, but, like, I'm kind of like, I want to know about the deeper level of the combat mechanics. Like, I mean, I guess things like the fact that your Shade Cloak cooldown and your Dash cooldown aren't bound together, or that, like, I'm pretty sure I can swing my sword, like, the nail art and swords cooldowns aren't bound strictly. Like, I feel like I can swing after a nail art faster than I'm supposed to be able to, if that makes sense. But I'm so accustomed, like, I depend on it now. Like, it's the way it is. So my muscle memory, my intuition is adapted to it, but it feels like, you know, there's like the nail art isn't in the nail cooldown, or I don't know. Like, is there like a good source for that information on the internet? Other than just the fandom wiki? In general, I'll be honest that I'm not the biggest fan of fandom. All the nads. And I don't know, they've done some pretty shit things for some other games. From my experience, like, I'm not a fan of the site as a whole. I thought he's dashing. Okay, can I recover here? No. I haven't practiced recover. So this is the interesting aspect of Soul, actually. The Soulbound is that it pressures your recovery. Because you can only ever hold enough soul for a single mask, right? So you want to take it when you have it, if you're low-ish. I should just kill him, or stun him at least. Fuck me. I'm trying to find windows for recovery that aren't just the stagger. Jump was too high. Why would I use my soul there? Jump was unnecessary. He's gonna come in. Shit. Stun. I guess fine, reset me. Just reset me. A good example of such information that I'm kind of interested in is like, so I know that one of the few data points that I've learned, the stagger for an enemy is bound into like combo a bit. Like the more frequently you hit them, the greater you build combo to a window. Like I think it's a 3-second window. I don't know. That's the type of information I want to learn. Not the generic, you know, use spell charms or this is what a Pantheon is, or, you know, Discord. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. That means having to interact with people, though. Damn, I thought it was going to jump a little shorter than that. Didn't think it was going to jump at all there. Gambled. Lost. I feel like this should work. Was that fortunate? He didn't target me with this follow-up. I changed my mind about going to grab a mask, and then I realized I was out of time. Better, though. It is interesting. That's good to know, though. Keep that in mind. Thank you, Dorati. Considerate of them to have like a specific space for spoiler-free assistance. Just take that. She likes the right side a lot, I feel. Had enough time to get the coffee. Let's go. Yeah, charging is a waste. Damn it. It's a close thing. You can actually deliberately remove his momentum there. Damn. Gamble. Paid off. Bullshit. Shriek was better. No point in saving that soul though, yeah. I'm jumping over that bench. Deliberately. Shit. So that I don't accidentally sit on it. But it arg. Why can I not dash through his shell? It could that time. I wanted to hit that ledge. Really? Maybe we should have practiced Markov.
Veil mine.
That was the other one that was going to expand.
Veil mine.
Super hill landing almost killed me. Well, killed. Almost cost me a hurt. Oh. No, this is not the time to practice, but I should practice parrying with these guys. Damn. Oh, bad. Late release. Obviously, I'm trying to save the soul for a mask. Come on. Damn it! Alright, Soul Tyrant. Damn it. Can't heal. Oh, I didn't realize this is what we were doing. Upsetting. Very upsetting. I've lost the rhythm. Nope. Damn it. How's that position? Well, we made it, I guess. Damn near needs to be a damn near perfect pure vessel, but technically we have a shot. Oh, you didn't miss anything of note, Sheriff. All right, here we go. Shit. All right, well, we run it back. Yeah, time to practice the masks bindings. That's like, that was the exact scenario, right? That's what I was thinking of too. So like, yeah, this is the same scenario. Like that was actually the reason that hell, we can alternate. I would use the same set of charms, I think, for both of these. So we can switch it up, I guess. Throw some variety in here. They both actually have similar constraints for my build, the way I play the game, in that the soul binding is most punishing and the pressure applies to recovery. Damn, I can't get. Until, of course, we encounter, that was the other part of the statement, was these bosses that do 2 shells of damage at once, dramatically. Like, because you can't have 2 back-to-back. Congratulations, Sheriff, well done. Nightmare King Grim down, well done. That's big. I never got to finish saying... So one of those damage that I took from PV, like I was stuck here in the wall in the corner, I got greedy and I tried to fit off I wanted to attack. So I actually turned to attack him. I could have gambled on him, like, teleporting away before. Sorry, I'm remapping my brain. I can take mini mask at once now. I don't have to build soul. I guess that's the... Yeah, the pressure it applies to recovery is definitely... the trick about soul binding. Shell applies same pressure in a different way. Fuck me, I thought I could finish. If I finish! Just a little bit higher than I think. That's actually a great point. Thank you, Durati. I actually sincerely appreciate that. I don't know why I wasn't thinking... Because you're right, in that scenario, the upslash would have been perfect. I could have upslashed in the direction of the wall without having to turn around at all. And because he was so damn close, it would have definitely hit him. Like that, actually. Big. Big, big, big. This is the value of chat. I mean, it's such an obvious thing, right? But I wasn't doing it. Ay. Could have done that better. I don't think I finished the thought I was having exactly before. Like, the fact that you know you need to recover, but not knowing when you'll be able to have the opportunity to recover means that you almost never use your soul for anything other than recovery when you're like really getting low. At least I don't. You know, you hoard it. So there's actually a very big gap in how the two pressure your recovery. Fuck. Wasteful. Trying just not to take more damage at this point. But you can never have more than 4 masks in this mode, so there's that. Sorry to hear it, Sheriff. Hope you have a good rest of your Wednesday. And we'll catch you next time. Next scheduled stream, by the way, will be Friday. Different time slot, though. For fuck's sake. That's bad. I didn't have it timed well. It was unnecessary, too. It was just unnecessary. Why did I do that? Like, it was close to working, to be clear, right? We need to just slip in between those, that expanding white wall and the other side of Trader Lord, but like that was just timed poorly. Like it's clearly a bad idea. I want to understand what about it seemed like a good idea for that split second in time when I chose to do it. I swear to God, this guy has more health than I think he, the Enraged Guardian, is supposed to have. Like, it's more than he had before. I know it's not. It's just... It's just me getting tired, I guess. Oh, good. Oh, no, I'm not dropping frames. Oh, I didn't see which way he went. Shit. I think Twitch might be struggle busting, unfortunately. Because my content creator dashboard is not working either, but I'm not dropping any frames according to OBS. So if you guys hear this, you may be the only one. Shit. I mean, it's so according to OBS, everything is broadcasting fine. But I am having the same experience as you guys are actually watching the stream. And that is just buffering. And there is nothing I can do about that. I think Twitch is having a bad day. Because here, let's confirm. Music. Yeah, so this is internet-bound internet connection. Well, womp womp. All right. I don't. So we were getting close. I don't know if anybody's hearing this, by the way. You might not be. Sorry about it. I'm gonna roll it to the end because I'll be uploading my local copy to YouTube. So hi YouTube. You're probably the only people that are seeing this. Actually, Twitch never got to watch it, I'm thinking. But in order to keep it a solid upload, a single upload file will probably just upload locally, which sucks because it means my internet's gonna be busy for the next 12 hours. But say la vie. I am gonna call it stream though. I don't see much value in broadcasting if nobody's gonna see it. I mean, at that point, I'll just do it later, right? Practice offline. That's still like we mean it, right? Because part of my motivation is actually to give you guys a professional, entertaining experience to the best of my ability. And for the two of you that will see this, because I know how many people watch the YouTube VODs currently, you're welcome. That's it for me today, guys. Hope you have a good Wednesday. Next scheduled stream is going to be Friday. It'll be evening time, 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I'll see, given that this one got cut a little short, maybe I won't try a little bit harder to fit in a bonus stream in somewhere. Definitely no promises on that because I have family in from out of town right now. So a lot of the spare time is going to probably go to spending with them. But anyhow, thank you so much for hanging out, guys. It's been a blast. We've made some actually good progress. We did not nominally make progress, but the progress happened in the skill that was gained, and I felt it for sure. There's some, I mean, even that little insight that Durati brought us at the end of the day, just swing up. Yeah, I know to do that. Why would I not do that? Sometimes you just have to have like the picture turned upside down to see like what the image of the negative space was, as it were. You know, I don't know. Anyhow, take it off. A good one, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.